goes silent, occasionally stopping to listen. They must wait and listen. An uncertain time. The attack is on. To intimidate their opponents, the aggressors scream and drum. Several males corner an enemy female. It's a ferocious attack, and she's lucky to escape with her life. A few exhausted stragglers are still arriving. There are 30 of them, and they're specialist hunters. Desperate times require desperate measures.
Good morrow, this is Sir A.F. welcoming you to the Thrift Store Rundown, bringing Hollywood home on a budget. The evolution of commerce is almost as mesmerizing and as perplexing as the evolution of humankind. For generations, the world has borne witness to the sadistic rituals of bargain-hungry connoisseurs who at the crack of dawn on this very day, Black Friday, and at the unlocking of the gates of glorious American commercialism, stalk and attack their prey with all our might for all they're worth. Nothing from a Jeffree Star MAC Cosmetics makeup kit, to an Instant Pot, to a Samsung high-definition television, to the newest Apple iPhone, whatever name, whatever number, whatever letter, is too sacred to be kept from harm's way. And Lord help anyone who gets in the way of a bargain-hungry connoisseur who is willing to sacrifice life, limb, and love in pursuit of their favorite things. Now, with a global pandemic wreaking havoc upon our world, with no signs of taming this reckoning, these animals have been confined to their own habitats, in their natural furs, in lieu of traditional battle-ready armor such as thickly layered leather jackets and vlogging cameras. For those who have been confined to the comforts of their own homes, with no hope for a way out on this most troubling day, I offer you a cheap seat and a welcome oasis, especially for those whose lights have not been shined on the dark side for far too long. That being the final monthly print issue of the Oprah magazine. After 20 years and 245 print issues, it's been a great ride. In her What I Know For Sure letter, which concludes this magazine, Oprah says to stay tuned for the next adventure, which will be, at the very bare minimum, 4 special edition digital issues per year. But for now, while we won't be the proud recipients of a car, which could further spark more pandemonium, we could be the lucky recipients of 72 of Oprah's favorite things of this year, the majority of which coming from Black-owned businesses or Black entrepreneurs. Oprah also bears an offering to us all, an extension of the opportunity to win all 72 of her favorite things. We first begin with a collective salute on behalf of Oprah's documentarians of domesticity to the loyal and fiercely dedicated readership of the magazine, and a welcome piece from Editor-in-Chief Lucy Kalin entitled Teamwork Made the Dream Work. Surrounding the op-ed piece are several photographs featuring many Oprah magazine staffers, including, but not limited to, Editor-at-Large Bestie Gail Kane, Creative Director Adam Glassman, and Editor-in-Chief Lucy Kalin. But stop! What light beyond the window breaks? A fox lurks in the distance, waiting to tame these savage beasts with the power of secret clinical strength deodorant. Only time will tell if secret deodorant, now aluminum-free, will serve as a trusted ally in this intrepid documentarian's attempt to mate with said fox, also known as Camila Mendez, who portrays the irrepressibly smoking Veronica Lodge on the CW's Riverdale, and who just so happens to defy any and all nature-given tropes, with not a speck of underarm hair to be seen. The works of the dastardly Photoshop. Nevertheless, a welcome incentive for all those brave and bold. And now, the itinerary which shall serve as our guide to a journey beyond the perils of mass market holiday hysteria. An embarrassment of riches for the brave and the bold on the safety contest. So begins the hunt for 72 gifts which Oprah thinks are just great. The O List, Oprah's favorite things of 2020. Looking for a simple mirror that suddenly turns into an interactive home gym? Look no further. Trying to find the smoothest vodka? Step right up. This year, the elves and I have worked overtime in search of fantastic treats for everyone. And because we believe black lives and black businesses matter, most of the items are from black-owned or led companies and entrepreneurs, as so indicated by this small maroon label here, Black-Owned Business. I hope they'll bring you and your loved ones surprise and delight. Like, for example, these aspirational puzzles featuring several young African Americans as astronauts, terrorists, or, of keen interest to me, a news anchor. Variations include scientists and firefighters. $13 each, but 20% off with the coupon code Oprah at puzzlehunter.com. One of many favorite things you can find at amazon.com/Oprah. Since TSR has had a commitment from day one to further popularizing the internal feeding habits of today's social media society, we will be having a keen interest today on highlighting items designated for use in the home kitchen. For instance, Cafe All Day, the Barista Pro, $800, Bravo.com. Ice and curry, cast iron and enamel, 6-quart Dutch ovens, $70, potsandpans.com. Serves you right. Miracles Grow with the hydroponic mason jar garden set trios, $49.50 each, cocoandseed.com. This favorite things list runs the gamut, from confectionaries all the way to wardrobe, home decor, electronics, so on and so forth. My cup warmeth over. For $35 each, Corsicles stemless wine glasses and stainless steel no-slip triple insulated mugs for coffee. Corsicle.com. Continuing. Wear Air, the Yeti Total Package Air Fryer Oven XL, $150 at YetiHousewareAppliances.com. For healthy fried food. Blades of Glory. Kane Sands Thomas Keller's Signature Collection 3-piece TAI block set. Originally $300, now 20% off once again with coupon code Oprah. KaneSandCutlery.com. An 8-inch sex light and a 3.5-inch paring knife. As you continue to journey your way into this own list, you might be desiring some of these favorite things beyond home kitchen use. Like, for example, Shannon Rockefeller, one of this intrepid documentarian's most beloved teachers, who is a Tina Turner stan down to her core. And so in her honor, I highlight Tina Turner's That's My Life for $65, also commemorating Tina's 80th birthday. Simply the best. These two pages are all kitchen-based. Too many of them to list in this video, due to sudden interruptions. Please pardon the interruptions, for they are nothing more than a tyrannical matriarch returning from a nightly ritual of club hopping in a further attempt to further shatter the tranquility of what is an otherwise peaceful abode. During this holiday season, and throughout these oppressive times, many Americans throughout this country have been finding creative and oftentimes contemplative ways to express their gratitude. To that end, we now highlight the rites that bind. In good times, they stitch us together. In hard times, they soothe our souls. In moments ranging from the everyday to the exceptional, rituals remind us that we belong. We ask Oprah readers to share the traditions year after year that make life richer. For example, Katie Piper from Baltimore. I arrive at my aunt's house every Christmas at 6 a.m. so our kids can open presents with both of us. Here's hoping that that particular ritual of gratitude will serve as an olive branch to mend the ties that once bonded a once peaceful marriage, even though we have no right to judge. Mary Lukovich from Edmonton, Alberta. My husband and I decorate the house for Christmas while drinking big mugs of boozy eggnog and listening to Kenny and Dolly's Christmas album cranked at full volume, followed by John Denver and the Muppets every year. As a kid, Joel Nelson of Interlaken, New Jersey, made pierogies with his grandmother or her grandmother. Now each December, I lead a pierogi making day with my cousins. I prep the stuffings the night before, and in the morning we make potato, cheese, sauerkraut, and prune. 350 in just 4 hours. We remember our culture while we create and celebrate. And finally, Sarah Waterton of London. Last thing before bed, I open my window and really look at the sky for comfort. And that is a practice that I beseech upon all of you to take part in as you look in the sky tonight, which will provide a few fleeting moments of peace in what is otherwise a bedlam-fueled day. But one that can be made more bearable upon purchasing the final monthly print issue of Oprah magazine, which I, Sir AF of TSR, Sir Absolutely Frugal, rule that it earns all 5 claps on account of Camila Mendes' cameo. As for the what I know for sure, it is another factor, and I ruling that this gets all 5 claps. Thank you, dear readers, for making it so. A solid run in print format for 20 years. Well done. Onward to the next chapter. Everything has a price in our society. Procrastination has a price. Finding our way to bliss has a price. In this case, $4.99. Are we as a society willing to pay whatever price that must be paid to satiate the needs of ourselves and put smiles on our loved ones' faces? A question with no definitive or eternal answers, but one that requires an infinite amount of curiosity and exploration. Which is why TSR will continue to be around throughout 2020 and the beginning of 2021 to ensure that you all remain on the safe side so that we may all meet again on the thrift side. I thank you for your attention, and I wish you safe excursions this Black Friday.